LSAT and GPA are the biggest factors. But what about applicants who just can't get those numbers up? What's the biggest advice you would give them in terms of strengthening their applications?
Well, I think that so there's obviously the LSAT and GPA are the biggest factors, like you said, but I think the two that are most easily manipulated, and I don't mean that in a kind of gamesmanship sense, but I mean what you can actually change are your LSAT and your application materials. And some of it you can change, you can change what your essay topic is, what the theme of that essay is, how you write about certain things about yourself. But you can't change, just like for the GPA, the thought process for those years prior, where you're trying to figure out, okay, well, what type of law am I interested in? Why am I interested in law? All the types of questions that you want to answer in a personal statement. So the students that are either splitter candidates and have high GPA, low LSAT, or low LSAT, or vice versa, those candidates really need to rely on external validation of their ability. So some kind of great story about why they want to be in intellectual property law or in music copyright or maritime law, whatever that specific area is. I like to think of law not as a monolith, just like I like to think of students going to business school as not, you don't go study business. That's not really a thing. There's finance, accounting, entrepreneurship. Same thing with law. Most people aren't eager to go study civil procedure and figure out, the mechanics of filing a lawsuit. So it's about what you use the law for as a tool, and same thing with corporate law, although I don't know if I'm correct there. A lot of students maybe do just want to go make money and study corporate law. So it's about what kind of other subject area. I like to think in an interdisciplinary sense, how can you combine this with the law so that you're doing interesting extracurriculars that can then manifest themselves in your application and in your story, rather than just, oh, I was a paralegal, or I spent this entire summer studying for the LSAT or clerking. Those are things you need to do, especially the LSAT. But you don't need to clerk. You don't need to be a paralegal. Those are things that could help you figure out if you do actually want to be in the legal profession. But people try to kind of check them off as boxes that aren't really boxes you need to be checking off, and could risk making you look more standard than other applicants.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.